I mean, for me, one typical example for such kind of combinations, but Jan, maybe you're the more experienced one in that, is Panattoni. What Panattoni is typically doing on the logistics sector. They usually have one partner on board from the very beginning. Part is Standard Life. They did the same thing, I think, now with Pramerica, with IEW. Yeah. So they really, team up from the very beginning. But on the retail developer side, I'm not that experienced. But maybe, Jan, you know more.
Are you open?
Open for business. Okay, there's a form down at the back that you can fill in.
I would say that the big developers normally rather sell an existing completed project and use, as you have just said, the funds to create something new rather than taking in a joint venture partner, which is always much more complicated, I would say, to do.
To be sure that in our position, in my position, the problem is that our shareholders is more focused now for South America and Asia. Then when I have to come by and to explain that I need the seed money in an early stage, that I have the vision that it can be, I am not sure that he's listening to me very carefully every day. So we are on the way that even for the management and the structure of the deal will move a little bit than before. So for sure that, and also, in my opinion, it's better to give up few part of the margin and to have the exit or the potential partner with us from the beginning, that to bet on the market that the cycle will be high and the compression of the will be like this. In my opinion, as a developer today, I think that in the Polish market it's better to work on the yield and cost than to work on the exit yield. As a normal company.
Just to comment on the big developers in the region, most of them have tried over the last 2 or 3 years to set up funds where they put in their development product and get equity into those funds. I think none of them has really succeeded, and as you just said, they are now beginning to sell, although they know the point in time is not ideal, but that's their way currently to get fresh equity for the new developments. They're, I think, the preferred way.
Yeah, but on the other hand side, as long as they need 40-50% equity for development loans, if they have a development loan available at all here, I think it still makes sense for them, because at the moment it's clearly the question, especially on retail, who's the first mover in which city. I think that's speed at the moment is very important coming to this. Yeah? Maybe not the office in Warsaw, certainly not here, but on retail, I think at the moment developing new schemes in smaller cities, I think you have to be one of the first ones, and then you clearly make and dominate the market and also prevent other developers to enter this market at all, because you do not need, in a 100,000 inhabitant city, you do not need 3 shopping centers with 100,000 square meters each.
For this reason that the tenant mix and the positioning is very important. So all of the survey and the understanding of the market is more and more important. And for this reason, we are working more and more on the profile of the consumer, because Poland is not very homogeneous market. Everybody say policies like this or like that, but we can see even in the turnover in the shopping mall that each city and each region are really different. And to understand that sometimes you have to understand that the city is not the catchment area. It's more sophisticated approach to understand which kind of format and where the format can be the winning format. For the moment, except Warsaw and the big space. But if I remember the story of Arcadia, it was really the vision of one guy. Because when all of the developers, we had this land in our hand, and most of the developers, we have only in this time the vision to make an hypermarket with the gallery in front. Only one guy from state took the decision to make so big scheme, and when they start the construction of Arcadia, they are only 20% of pre-lease. So I think that today Arcadia couldn't happen again nowhere. Couldn't happen never with the new rules of the market. But and when we want to go for the new development, we spend more and more time not only on the catchment area to count the people, but also to work on the profile on the consumer.